Okay.
Chicka, chicka. Yeah.
Kill Bill and Rev. We don't suck.
Ooh.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Welcome to my ASMR channel.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Bill's ASMR channel.
It's good. It's a good one. Real quiet stuff.
So, guys, we're doing a weekly podcast going forward. So today, what we're going to be talking about is our recent trip to LA, where we got to do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot, and it was super fun. I'm going to use the word super fun a lot because I noticed when I explained to people, they're like, how was LA? I'm like, it was super fun, blah, 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 which was also super fun.
It was super fun, actually.
Well, let's get started. Let's get right into the news.
Okay. Well, how was it for you? Was it good for you? It was good for me.
It was just terrible. It was just awful. No, it was super cool. Like, I don't know, when I first got there, I came with my girlfriend, and it was pretty stressful because I hadn't slept for like 26 hours after I got off the plane, so I was super duper jet lagged.
Right.
And I remember trying to get an Uber for the first time in my life, and that was an experience. I think I called you, and I was very stressed out.
I was on my way to the airport, and where was I? In San Francisco. And I was just trying to help you as much as I could with what, like, shitty reception I had.
Yeah, and like I was only stressed out because my phone was on like 30%, and I was just then realizing that we were an hour away from where we needed to be at the B&B.
Right.
And so I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be a thing. But yeah, it was I mean, other than that, everything was positive. There was a whole bunch of cool shit. I mean, I think the coolest part, besides the show, because the show was like my favorite part, I guess, was going to the Game Grumps offices and meeting the Super Mega guys and like
I guess
just meeting
okay.
everybody.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it was okay, I guess. I mean, it was passable, a passable experience.
Yeah.
We befriended Ross.
Yeah.
Who is one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Yeah, he was so down to earth and just very easy to talk to, for sure. Very cool guy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and we kind of have like a similar background. Not in like what we do or anything, but I mean, we both kind of got our start from the same like corner of the internet. I see a parallel between like his relationship with Aaron and like my relationship with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. And I think that was like a cool thing. Sorry to interrupt you. I just don't like when you talk.
It's okay. In editing, I'll just cut all your parts out entirely.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. That's why you got the editing tools.
This is why they pay me the big bucks. Yeah, no, it was great. And I mean, just in general, yeah, kicking it with Matt was cool. The show was great. Matt came through. His homies came through. Ryan came through. And just a bunch of people came through, and getting to kick it with Aerospace again, and you meeting Aerospace for the first time.
Yeah, first time I met Aerospace was in a cheesecake factory.
Oh, that's actually true, yeah.
Yeah, I was out in like the Glendale area, and I was with my girl, and we were starving. Like we hadn't ate for like a long period of time, and we were both jet lagged to all hell. And we were going to wait for like some cool place to go eat or like ask somebody like, yo, what's good to eat around here? But we were just like literally like, there's food right there. And he came and met us there and hung out with us. And I bought him a drink because he needed a drink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's also a really down to earth guy.
He is, yeah.
I've met him briefly before, but I'm glad we got to actually kick it this time around. And when he came over, we played...
Oregon Trail.
That's right.
The board game.
That was so tight.
He got typhoid like 12 times.
No, he didn't die though. He got typhoid 12 times.
No, yeah, he's a survivor. He died of what, like a snake bite or some bullshit.
Wait, it was you and me who died of snake bites.
No, he lived. Yeah, he pressed onward.
He lived with typhoid, and we died of snake bites.
That's why they call him Young Typhoid. Shout out Aerospace, Young Typhoid.
Shit, what else did we do?
We did a lot of shit.
Doing the Super Mega podcast was fun. And it was good to see you too. Again, I mean, we last time we saw each other was in Wisconsin in January or February.
It was January. Yeah, it was January. I think.
I think so.
Shit, was it February? No, it was January. I want to say it was like mid-January.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I mean, other than the fact that I despise you in every facet of possibly despising someone, I think you're an okay guy. You know?
Yeah, man, I feel the same way. It was, in all honesty, it was such a great time. It kind of felt too short. You left earlier than I did. I stayed over at Matt's place for a couple of nights. I got to meet Banana, which is Matt's cat.
Did you pet the cat?
I kicked it as hard as I possibly could. And
attaboy.
And it seemed sort of used to that kind of abuse. So we immediately bonded afterwards.
Right. I knew as soon as I saw them punching that cat, I was like, that's the animal for me.
It's Banana's kink. Like, I don't even blame Matt or Ryan.
Don't you fucking, like, someone in the YouTube comments is like, oh my God, this is animal abuse. And then someone's just like, don't you kink shame that cat.
Exactly, man. We all got our own, like, shit that we like.
That actually reminds me, dude, of it reminds me of our sponsor that doesn't exist. That's right. Foreskin.
Okay, so since we don't have any sort of advertisers working with us at the moment, we have nothing to like do ad reads for. So instead, we're going to make up a product, and I guess in this case it is foreskin, so as to show advertisers what we're capable of.
Yeah. So I mean, have you ever just, when you were a baby, your parents they just snipped you a little bit, and you just said to yourself, what if they didn't do that? Well, don't worry any further about that, because today I bring you foreskin. It's pliable, made of the finest polyurethane that you can buy.
That's right, Bill. Not only is it keeping your dick warm, it can keep your dick shielded. It's also ergonomic, which I'm not sure what that means, but I'm certain that foreskin is quite ergonomic.
If you Google it, it says foreskin right underneath ergonomic, so I know it's good. Yeah, you can get it just for 3 easy payments that I don't know the numbers to because it doesn't exist. But if it did exist, that's where we would put. See, this is where the advertisers are listening, because they're listening for these little. The devil's in the details.
The devil is in the detail,
and they're
bro.
listening. They know what the deal is, and the 3 easy payments right there. Credit card.
So go on 4.skin / Kill Bill and Rav. We don't suck for a 25% discount on your foreskin today.
Put your fucking credit card information in right fucking now.
Okay, so you see, this is good because now advertisers are going to see this and they're going to be like, wow, these guys, they're no joke.
Yeah, they're no joke. They know what they're doing. They're clearly seasoned podcasters.
They've been sitting and waiting for us to start a weekly podcast show. And now that we've been able to successfully demonstrate our abilities. And I would be surprised if we didn't have just a ad read only show from next episode onwards, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be ads.
It's just gonna be ads.
No, nothing. None of this filler bullshit that you listen to on these fucking dumbass podcasts about like, ooh, change your life, all that bullshit. Fuck that shit. They just want to hear the real meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying, brother? Meat and potatoes.
Oh, I lost my legs. Oh. Also, my wife died in that accident.
Dumb.
Oh, I'm going to talk about this for 15 minutes straight. Who gives a shit, right?
No one cares, dude. We're trying to get that sweet, sweet foreskin for 3 easy payments.
3 very easy payments.
There's something in my ear that's screaming just to move on from this segment right now. I think we should just keep on a trucking, if you know what I'm saying. We're not editing this out either. This has to stay. It's going great.
You sure?
It's going good. I think it's good, dude. I think this is what the people need.
So I guess the thing is, honestly, I thought we were going to talk about LA a little bit more, but that's in the past. It was a good time. We kicked it at the Grumps office. We kicked it with the homies. We performed at a barber shop. Aerospace got to join EXO, which is the tightest shit ever because he's just one of the best rappers in the world. And I got to see you, which was cool.
It was all right, I guess.
I mean, I didn't complain about it then. So, you know. But here we are now in the present moment, 2 weeks later. Or 3 weeks later. I don't remember. I think 2.5 weeks later. Anyway, here we are.
Time is a human construct. So we thought about doing this new segment on our new show.
New segment.
It's we go on Rap Genius, or just Genius now. It's not just Rap Genius because for reason, you know, Rock Genius, you know. I just like it how like at one point it was like there was a Rock Genius and then there was a something. Now it's just Genius, but it was like Rock.Genius. And then like I remember, if I remember correctly, who was it? The cop that killed a bunch of cops, was it Chris Dorner? Was that the one?
I guess. I don't know.
I think it was. I can't remember which one it was, but there was a cop that killed a bunch of cops, like an ex-cop that killed a bunch of cops or whatever.
Right.
And like his manifesto was on Genius. And then like I thought like Manifesto Genius is like the best name of anything ever.
Oh yeah, that is kind of cool. Didn't think of that.
The spicy new segment we're cooking up is we go through. Okay, you know, for anyone who doesn't know how Rap Genius works, it's you put your lyrics on there, and then, or someone puts your lyrics on there, and then they can go line for line and then do song meanings of like each line, or like, you know, like this line, I think it means this, and it's their interpretation, their annotation of it, or whatever, right? So there are a couple of these that for us that are a little they're a little humorous, in my opinion. The maybe they were a little off base, or maybe they got something like completely wrong, or maybe you just don't know how they got it. You know, so I was thinking we should go through and read some of these.
I think that's a brilliant idea, Bill.
Thanks, Rav. I am a genius. That's why I'm on genius.com.
Dude, stay on script.
Do you think we should do another ad read?
Can we move on to this segment?
Okay, I'm going to start. I would say, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just read the lyrics and then read what the guy said, okay? So this is from my song Backwoods off of my 2014 project Ramona. It's the opening track. Backwoods packages, litter tabletops, gone off that shit, my eyes lower than your stable stock. I get stoned and I'm dope, I made a rock. You feeling stagnant when that boat tips, I made it rock. I used to play Sega Saturn and shit, and now I smoke a lot of weed and it ain't mattered a bit. Blood splatter on the back of the whip, I backed up with the strength of the piston of Mack trucks. You ever seen a grown man crumple into a puddle? Man, I ain't have a move left, I couldn't do nothing but struggle. I need some shit to keep my mind on the PowerPoints. I took the path that I could find and devour joints. Motherfuckers been asking for this one. I never had sense, I had the passion to get some. And then I saw her, she skates slow, but fuck it, I even the pace so. And I've never been as happy as right now, but shit, I gotta cope with the fact that it dies down. Cause in the end I just wake up salty, start my day with a pot of black coffee. And I've never been as happy as right now, but shit, I gotta cope with the fact that it dies down. Cause in the end I just wake up salty, start my day with a pot of black coffee.
Zigzag in my pocket, I left the studio, police chase while and I'm sipping that pink chalice. Zigzag in my pocket, I left the studio, police chase wildin'.
Okay, let's see. So the line is, backwoods packages, litter tabletops, gone off that shit, my eyes lower than your stable's stock. Okay, so this is the annotation. He says, backwoods rolling papers are all over Kill Bill's house, like litter thrown carelessly on the ground. I just want to just a spoiler alert. They make me sound like a slob in this thing.
An accurate depiction.
Yes, of course. He's used those papers to roll a joint. When he's high, his eyes sink down low. and he compares how low they get to how popular a certain group of rappers are. I mean, that's a little bit of a roundabout way. First of all, backwoods are actually cigars, not rolling papers, but that's okay. That's nitpicking, you know? Let's see, moving on. I get stoned and I'm dope. I'm made of rock. You feeling stagnant when that boat tips, I made it rock. He says he becomes sedentary when high and doesn't do much of anything. I mean, that's actually kind of accurate, but that's not really what I was saying there. But okay, this one, I like this one. I used to play Sega Saturn and shit, and now I smoke a lot of weed and it ain't mattered a bit. Now, just a spoiler, I still play Sega Saturn. I actually went and bought a Sega Saturn last year, like a used one, for like $50, 3 easy payments.
Using that foreskin ad revenue.
Yeah, I need that foreskin ad money. Okay, but anyway, the line is, I used to play Sega Saturn and shit, now I smoke a lot of weed and it ain't mattered a bit. They just said, Bill is reflecting on his childhood, how he used to play video games and do other things, but how now he only smokes weed and lies around. It makes me sound like I'm a drug addict. Like,
Are you not?
Like I'm pretty sure like if you were to replace this with heroin, it would be more accurate.
Right.
Okay. All right. Blood. Okay. I'm gonna skip around a little bit because some of these are kind of accurate. Let's see here. So the hook goes, and I've never been as happy as right now, but shit, I've got to cope with the fact that it dies down, because in the end, I'll just wake up salty, start my day with a pot of black coffee. So like what that really means is like for every low you have, for every high you have an equal low, and like realizing that, and then like the black coffee means I'm bitter. Like I wake up bitter. That's like, because black coffee is usually bitter. Unless you get good coffee. I got good coffee the first time, like, you know, like fancy coffee, and it's not bitter. It's really good. Anyway, moving on. He says, Bill uses weed. Sorry, Bill uses weed. Sounds really funny. Bill uses weed to escape the daily grind, symbolized by black coffee. He takes solace in his time spent high because it makes him the happiest he's ever been. However, he knows that feeling is transient. In the morning, he is upset because he must return to his mundane routine without his weed. Without having good weed.
So in short, you are like an addict that is you're an addict that is beyond help.
Yeah, I literally just smoke that good kush and just like go comatose and lay around and kind of wiggle, and that's my contribution. Okay, so I'm gonna do like one more little couplet from here that's like one of my favorites. Okay, so the verse 2 is, never been one for the talking, anxiety ridden, I hide in the rhythm, I'm ficus burning bush, I turned to Christ and burned to book it, turned to ice, I learned to cook it, work at night, I turned and booked it. Okay, so where it says I'm ficus burning bush, there's like this really long thing that says the burning bush is I have to say it in this voice. The burning bush is a biblical symbol of transformation, cleansing, or mercy. On one hand, ficus are a type of fig trees. Fig trees are a biblical symbol of peace and enlightenment. With this definition, Bill could mean that he transforms into a state of enlightenment when he raps. On the other hand, ficus are colloquially known as fake trees. This definition could imply that because, it's supposed to be rapping, but it says raping.
Oh, God.
Because raping is a temporary experience. No, I forgot about that.
We'll never get sponsors.
Oh, God. Anyway, he returns to his former mental state when he is not producing music, giving the implication for the rest of the verse. It could also mean that he has believed that he was cleansed by religion, but realized he was not. In addition, burning bush is a metaphor for smoking weed. That's literally one line. It's like half a line. I'm ficus burning bush is like that entire
Well, in reality, it was actually a political statement because your name is Ficus and you're burning Bush because you didn't support his policies and what he stood for and his.
Exactly. They knew my name as Ficus, and I like to burn former President George W. Bush.
Wow, that was really good.
That's a good one. I'm going to stop there on that one. There's way more to that one, but I don't want to take this new segment. I'm just testing this new segment out that we've been working on for years.
So, all right, so for my first song, it's Souls. It's a song I did with you, Bill, last year. Look, I don't know why and which way I should go, but I don't care about nada. Your fear and despair in my product, hey. And though the road is cold, my toes stay warm, my soul let it go. Still puffing on marijuana, I'm gonna close my eyes when I wanna, hey. These numbers won't feed your ego forever. The hole within you goes deeper than ever. Reason but fleeting the people, cheating mistreated as people, tweeting to reason and evil, perceives the truth to see through. But that's what we do, that's a new group apparently. Truth on the news look like YouTuber parody, and either you partake in the fruits of calamity or get cooked on the side in a soup full of apathy. We seem to struggle with non-binary dilemmas, seeing colors between the lines, we hide from them forever. Then highlighted endeavors when convenient for our narratives, but we so bewildered when some see through all our arrogance. Look, I got no time to be fucking with y'all, you suckers shut up with y'all. And they say I don't get it, but I get it, I get it, I got it. I don't care about anything that I oughta, but look, I don't know why and which way I should go, but I don't care about nada. Your fear and despair in my product, hey. And though the road is cold, my toes stay warm, my soul let it go. Still puffing on marijuana, I'm gonna close my eyes when I wanna.
Yo, it's been a couple minutes since I stopped keeping count. We used to burn tree and like.
So instead of funny annotations, this one doesn't really have any annotations, but the person who was writing the lyrics out, and I really appreciate that they put in the effort to do so, they didn't hear all the words quite clearly, so they have instead put question marks in places where they weren't sure. So,
oh, that's good. Oh, that's the content I paid for.
So first verse, your boy, RF. So the lyrics go, these question mark forever. The question mark within me goes deeper than ever.
Yo, please change it where it says like the dick that goes in me deeper than ever.
What is he saying here? I don't want to say it wrong.
Yeah, I would rather them put question marks than like just something that they think it is, even if it isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But it's still funny.
These numbers won't feed your ego forever. The hole within you grows deeper than ever. So not something within me going deeper. It's the hole within the person that I'm accusing to be obsessed with their YouTube and SoundCloud views and listens. The stats.
Right.
But I prefer the question mark within me goes deeper than ever, followed by the next line, which is just a question mark, followed by, but that's what we do.
Right.
So I think
this is good.
I think I'm gonna stop right there for that verse.
I think honestly, you need to go through and just put some more question marks just to keep people on their toes because they're getting a little too comfortable.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I was thinking about this earlier. This is kind of relevant because we're talking about lyrics. I was listening to, it's like a fan posted a video of them listening to Good Luck Chuck, one of my older songs. And I just wanted to point out that if you were to take, you could actually take put a quote from that song where I say, I'm an independent woman. And you could just take that out of context. And that makes it way better. So Kill Bill the rapper is an independent woman.
Do you have an a cappella version available of that song?
I don't think. The only a cappella I have from that song is you yelling the word slut.
I mean, that's the best part.
What a real rogue you are. All right, am I doing another one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is for Black Coffee, which I'm not going to say what the song is actually about until the end. I've talked about it on social media before.
It's about green tea.
It's about green tea.
Everything you saying gets muffled.
It's just so loud in here, and while we lay in this puddle, I'm thinking about this year, and if it's worth letting go or if this cloud sincere. I don't know, the crystal ball's looking hazy. It's 2014, we're the song for the ladies. Sticky finger attitude, it all doesn't faze me. Taking sweet tarts from the palms of the babies. Old soul token like I was born in the 80s. She wanna wear Versace while she crawl in Mercedes. Sub still jumping, bumping, Brenda's got a baby. She got a boyfriend, even though he kinda shady. I never been the type to interrupt a dinner fight. Sitting in my corner, blowing Doja, sipping Sprite. I don't wanna rent my crib, I just want it for the night. I've been staring at these numbers, number crunching out of sight. I tell her, everything you saying gets muffled. It's just so loud in here. I think of other women when I fuck you. It makes me wonder how we're here, so let's talk. Okay, so there's one line that I think is kind of funny that I want to pull from this, but okay, so the lyrics are, everything you saying gets muffled. It's just so loud in here. And while we lay in this puddle, I'm thinking about this year, if it's worth letting go or if this cloud's sincere. I don't know, the crystal ball looking hazy. It's 2014, we're the song for the ladies. Okay, so that bar where I say it's 2014, where the song for the ladies was literally just like like we got to do a song for the ladies, you know? And the genius annotation is, feminism is hella active right now in this decade. He's asking, where's the song for the ladies? Because the ladies are demanding equality and freedom. To him, it's long overdue. And while I do actually believe all of that, okay, like it just seems like a kind of weird place to be like, yeah, dude, Kill Bill, I'd say he's a political activist. He asked, where's the song for the ladies? It's 2014, man. It's 2014. Where's the song for the ladies at?
Bill, where's the song for the ladies?
Equality. It's right there. That's the song for the ladies. I made a song for the ladies. There you go. Thank you. I know.
All right, guys, so make sure that you guys take that and you sample it and you make a beat or a song out of it, you remix it, and then you send it to us, and in the next episode we decide the winner, and the winner gets a 75% discount on foreskin.
Wait.
So go ahead and do that.
One more thing, just another little side note is like there's this one part where it says I tell her, like I just have like a little thing where I say I tell her, like right before the next the next hook or whatever, but like they forgot to highlight the R in her, so it just says I tell he. I tell he, everything you say is muffled. Oi lad. No, yo, somebody should go put that in, put the oi lad part into like a text generator and see what happens.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I mean, this could be off the books or whatever they say.
Off the books. Young tax fraud, we off the books. Just say that. Hold on. We gotta say that like in a Trapaholics mixtape. Sorry. Trapaholics mixtapes. Young tax fraud off the books. You ain't know.
You do that you ain't know so well. It's,
like you ain't know.
That if you were an NPC character, that would have to be your line.
I throw my head back triumphantly and say, like you ain't know.
So Bill, if you were in a library, right? In a public library, what would be the weirdest book for you to sort of like have open and you going like what?
Like it had to be some kind of like like a Romanian cookbook or something. I'm just like, these people don't know what they're doing. They're idiots, Philistines, all of them.
I just want to go into a library, public library one day and just do that. I feel like so many people would sort of look at me and be like, this man has got it together. He's figured it out.
He's got it. This guy's got it.
He's got it. Yeah.
I just catch me in the corner reading Lord of the Rings, just going, idiots. In the children's library. These guys are stupid. I go over to the librarian and I'm like, this book ain't worth the paper it's printed on.
Like a preschool library, and you just like, sir, what are you doing here? And you're like, just looking at the book like, yeah, right.
Or what if it's like you see me like in a corner and it just says like you see me making that noise, and then like you look at the cover of the book and the book just says exasperated sounds of disbelief. And it's me just practicing.
Exasperated sounds 101,
Yeah.
or exasperated onomatopoeia 101. That's good.
Yo, wait, can we talk about one other thing? I know that we're getting a little off topic, but this is my
Sure.
favorite part is when we get off topic.
Yeah, you're going off script.
Okay, you're a fan of Killer Mike, as am I.
Yes.
There is a song with Bun B. I think it might be Big Beast. Bun B's on Big Beast, right?
I believe so.
And he has that song. Yeah. It's definitely him because he's talking about this like this where little dogs sit, this where big dogs shit, like that whole thing. It's a dope verse. It's a dope verse. He sounds dope. He also says something where he's like, I leave his ass soaking in some salve, and I was like, that's kind of weird, but okay. But I'm a huge fan of UGK and Bun B. But he has a line in there that's like unexcusably bad, and I just want to talk about it. He says something about like, I'm being trill. I wouldn't want to be ya because being trill is an onomatopoeia. Oh. And then like I wanted to say like, so that means that anytime someone's trill, they're just like trill, trill, trill. But then wait, it could make sense because like people who are trill say trill, the word trill a lot. So maybe that is it.
But does that make it onomatopoeia?
It is what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? It's a good verse.
It's not but what does trillness sound?
I'm about to leave your ass soaking in some salve.
I'm about to leave your ass soaking in some rav.
Oh, spicy. Just sound like a guy with Tourette's.
What would be the worst place to do exasperated sounds like that? I think like a funeral.
Yeah, I was just thinking a funeral home. Like, look at the dead body. Ugly.
Yeah, it's like it's your turn to approach the casket. You look down like at your loved one that's passed away. You're like, you're right.
Okay. Yeah, right. I don't believe this for a second.
I don't buy it.
He dead. I don't buy it.
What other situation? I think also if you're like, if I was, let's say, I was flying, I was taking a plane from, I don't know, San Francisco. I was taking a 10-hour flight from San Fran to LA.
Right.
And the pilot comes on and he's like,
Ladies and gentlemen.
or like if he did that during sort of the landing part,
Yeah.
I think I'd probably pass out.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe on someone's deathbed might not be a good one. Like they're in the process of dying, like get a load of this guy.
Get a load of this guy. Yeah,
It's like an old lady, or like actually like on a cockpit of a plane would be good too. Like they're just like taking off, amateur.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I think this should be the exasperated sigh episode, or exasperated sound episode. What would you call that? I've never made that noise in my life. I've never like. It feels right.
You've got to do it next time you're online for anything. Like, if as soon as there's at least a couple people behind you, you could pretend you've been there for longer than you have, just by sort of looking at your wrist watch and going, "All right."
Like you have to just like this. Okay.
Yeah, that one. The sass.
Like you
gotta bring the
literally just
maximum
came
amount
up.
of
You literally just got there. You look at your like the people in front of you are just like, what is wrong with him?
You haven't even you're halfway through your order and you start producing those exasperated noises. You know what? I feel like we need to start incorporating those sounds into our music as ad-libs, because I don't think anyone's done that yet.
No, I don't think so. No one's done my patented ad lib either.
Which one?
I've only done it one time, but it was a freestyle I did on Thanksgiving like 2 years ago, and I just released it on Tumblr. And my ad lib is.
That's hard.
Dude, no one's done that. No one will ever do that like me.
It is pretty hard. It sort of sounds like a squeaky bed when you get up in the middle of the night to go piss.
Yeah.
And as you just get off, it sort of has that little.
Yeah, get off.
Oh.
Yeah, get on.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I figured out a worse situation in which you could make those sounds.
Yeah.
Like your partner doing that during sex.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad.
Get a load of this guy.
It's like a woman. You're with a woman. Look at this guy. Dumb.
Man. Well, Bill, I have.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
go ahead. No, I don't have anything to say. I'm an idiot. You go ahead.
I have one last question for you, Bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, when's Dirge gonna be on Spotify?
I don't know, because I don't want to go to jail.